So I might not talk too much because I'm kind of struggling with this one. Let me go ahead and get it all pulled up, and I'll show you guys what the problem is. So I'm just animating a simple walk from bottom screen to like mid. It's just doing this in perspective is quite challenging, and I also have some secondary actions going on. So I'm gonna be mostly trying to figure this out. If you guys want to like tune in and watch me problem solve, great. I have music playing for you guys, so hopefully you don't get too bored. Let me turn the volume up on that a little bit. All right. Hello, Naylan. Scud, Sag, Legendary, Epic Films 2006. What's going on, Joni? She has lines here, but I'll show it to you soon. But right now, I'm gonna focus on getting this squared away. So I'm gonna go mic off for a while. I'll talk for like a little bit if I feel like I got something to say. I'll kind of let you guys in on what my process is this time. So I don't want to go, I don't want to make like multiple passes and have this take like a month. I really don't want to go through all of that this time. So I'm trying to do things the more like traditional way and get the more tied down drawings implemented earlier. So I'm gonna do like pass 1 and sort of semi-tied down my drawings. The plan is that I'm going to lightly erase these once they're tied down enough. And then, when I say tied down enough, I mean like the shapes are more or less there. Because then I can just lightly erase it and sort of trace over it, but draw it in a little better. Dad, I gotta go to the doctor here pretty soon. It's nothing serious, just some blood work, that's all. I'm not really burned out, I don't say, but I feel like sometimes drawing goes a little slower than it should. That's the thing about doing this stuff, it's not optional. Ain't got time for rest. Ain't got time for sleep sleep at night, but this is one of those things where it's, like I said, it's not really optional. We all got those days where, you don't want to work. Those kind of outnumber the days where you do want to work, kind of like going to the gym. There we go. It's slow going. It's probably not where I would like for it to be. I actually need that shoulder to come back around there. This is where animation gets I'm trying to push the poses to make it a little clearer. Which shoulder is forward? Now that freelance gig probably ain't gonna be done till like March, so I'm able to balance the two out. I don't want to leave you guys hanging for months, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to make it where I don't copy the head poses too much. I want her head positions to be relatively dynamic. This stuff, it's not. It's only bringing in revenue in the Patreon sense. Oh shoot! Speaking of which. As per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and leave my Patreon in the description. What's going on, Kaiji? Yeah, on this one I am using reference, but when I looked at the reference, I kind of realized that she wasn't walking normally. She was, I don't know what the hell she was doing, but it seems like she actually had her arm positioning artificially reversed. And that's kind of why I've been spending a few days on this cartoon, and I'm trying to figure out like what the hell's wrong with this thing. But I looked at the reference, and yeah, I noticed that the arm positions were just not right. So when you walk, opposites coincide. Well, let me explain what that means. So when you're walking, in this case, like when let's say her like left foot, I'm sorry, her yeah, there we go. So her left foot is forward, right? Let's pretend this is her very poorly trod left leg, right? The arm that would be forward would be her right arm. So it was all reversed, so I kind of had to retweak it. But it's not impossible. I'm figuring it out. And the reference is still useful because she has the same sort of build that I'm doing here. I just apply what I know, so to speak. All right, going on.
if you want to stay down, old man.
got a question for whoever's listening. You guys ever seen that movie Midsummer? And also, Sayori, congratulations on finishing your midterms. Sorry about that, I had my stream playing. It's a corner. to flesh this out in a minute. As long as I get their placement there. Yeah, this one's sort of in a different vein compared to the last one. I'm trying to focus a little more on her acting. I already got the voice work for it. I'll play it for you in a sec, but basically I'm creating the animation around her voice line, around her voice delivery. Vandals. In fact, you know what? No, I'll play that for you guys in a little bit. So, I'm gonna go over these sketches once I'm done kind of penciling them in. Doing these things in perspective is a challenge of itself. Walk cycles are already kind of challenging when you just do them normally, but I decided I wanted to really embrace my sadomasochism and do it in perspective. Luckily, it's not going to take as many drawings to get this done. We're getting there, though. as long as it looks somewhat believable. Because what people love walk cycles in portfolios and stuff, and that's one thing I don't have too many of. I figured throwing perspective and a walk cycle into one video would be a good portfolio piece. I kind of want her to like walk up, like she has a lot of movement in her shoulders. You know, obviously because of her you know, superpowers and all that. She's gonna be walking all like, you know, with bravado and all that stuff, kind of like, you know, tough guy. But the last part of this cartoon, she's gonna be doing more like feminine poses and stuff. Like, you know, like I have a part where like she's like laughing and stuff and all that jazz. So I'm gonna try and get those two aspects of her personality into this cartoon. I got like sound effects for her walking up to their super like heavy like footsteps and stuff. But looking at it from a distance, it doesn't look bad. It definitely needs a little bit of work, but all the parts are needed to make it work. It looks like. Let me actually show you guys what the voice sounds like. Now, before I do anything, let me save it. So this is her last pose here. So it's gonna look a little rough, but it is what it is.
It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're with. You mean like, when you say percent, you mean like how far along I am with it? I'm not even really thinking about that right now. I'm just kind of like thinking about getting her drawings correct. Hey, what up? What's going on, sexy? Jam. Yeah, it's called the Geiger counter. They actually aren't even in use today. It's a nice like cinematic sound effect, but Geiger counters are actually super. Well, they're based on what's the unit of measurement back in the day? It was it's called Roentgen units. It measured Roentgen units. Nowadays they use a different unit, like atomic unit. I don't even know. But it's an outdated tool. Yeah, right now, I'm just trying to get the foundations in for the walk. Oh, audiobooks, sweet. Only reason I got to work on this today was because I managed to get my my freelancing assignment done. So I get it, man. Staying motivated and all. And let me actually show you. I'll show you what I've done. I'll show you the audio that I used from you. So give me 1 second, for favor. The drawings are all super preliminary. I'm just trying to get the foundations in to do this properly. It's super slow going. But here's the voice lines I use from you.
It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin.
Alright, yeah, so... Yeah, they were great. They were great line deliveries. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, too. Right now, obviously, it's, archaic. But, we'll get there. I'm starting off with, rougher but tied down drawings versus starting to do it, like, super rough, like this one. That is the wrong layer. This one right here. I put in, like, very basic, ones there. But I'm not gonna develop this too much. I'm gonna instead focus on these drawings instead. Thank you, Aqua. So how I'm doing things differently this time, Sexy, is because I basically had to wait until I got the voice lines because I'm actually basing a lot of her actions on your voice delivery. So whenever animators want to design acting, you usually want to have the voice lines in place first. So I actually did make some changes to her actions here based on how you were talking. So I appreciate that. All right. And thank God thank God I'm not doing the feet too, man. If I had to draw like everything, like the feet included, I'd probably die here. Yeah, it's just a constant balancing act. Because sometimes if I gotta change the timing a little bit, then it occasionally calls for me having to go back into Adobe Premiere, not Premiere, Audition. I apologize, and changing the timing. So it it can it can be a battle. Live leak. There's a word I ain't heard in forever. Alright, so here's where the let's meet the oblique, and the oblique comes down. Ba-dum-ba-dum. Here's your neck area, so... Oh, God, I hate perspective so much. Ugh. Anyone got any cool plans today? So there's the edge of the guitar. Nice. Our shoulders coming down this way. We have the top breast tissue there. We've got our top level of our abdominis, rectus abdominis. And here we got the serratus, and the lats, yada yada yada. Okay. Ugh. Scenario being that she just punched whoever the cameraman is, and the cameraman's kind of like down and, you know, beaten. So, okay, you know what? You guys ever played Batman, Arkham Asylum or Arkham City or any of them? You know when Batman, like, you know, is, you know, when you die and then Batman's, like, villain comes and, like, taunts him? Something like that. But, I picked this cartoon because I wanted to try doing some more perspective work. hands coming up. Yeah, just think of that. Images. What do you mean images? If I could ask for a little clarification. Oh, actually, yeah. It was one of those pictures I posted to Twitter a while back. It's actually on my YouTube too. It was that sort of like comic inspired one, where she's saying, you know, it's okay if you stay down. That's the one. I'm animating that. It's okay, man. I don't know what your native language is, but I'm sure I don't speak it very well. Your English is fine. But I appreciate your concern. So, yeah. It's all good, man. I understood what you said. Let's see. All right, there's something wrong with the timing. Ah, I see. So actually, it would be somewhere right here. Sayori, I would have to say no to that actually, because I kind of imagine this character talking to a very specific character, and it's not Ross. So it's a good idea, but it's not. I have to shoot that down. No, she's talking to an old man, but it's not that old man. Hello, Morsh. Yeah, Sayori. If I didn't have ideas for her already, then I might have given that some consideration. But thank you. So, who's goblins? I gotta be honest, I've never heard of them. I'm sorry. So I guess the answer to your question is no. Sorry. Okay, this is all gonna need to be fleshed out. It doesn't look right. No. Here's her leg bone. This would be the Asus. Asus, all that. Yeah, unfortunately, I've never actually heard of goblins. So this kind of meshes with their breast tissue. It's all going to be kind of flattened out. I'm not going to be doing any physics of that kind this time. Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'd ever I don't think that would ever happen for me. I think if I'm gonna be looking into anything like that, I'd probably look into something from America first. Maybe Canada. Alright, yeah, the timing is off here. Probably only by like there we go, by like one. I might consider dragging this back here actually. Let's see. Yeah, I have no doubt. The Europeans are absolutely some of the best. They didn't abandon 2D like us godless heathens here. Let's see. The hell's the streaming bar? Ah, there we go. There we go. That's making more sense. So I'm actually gonna start turning her head up like this. So that'd be your mouth. Looking eyes. Let's see. Yeah, see, already no doubt. Sky's the limit with these things. Oh, well, that's cool. Pink timestamp bar. That's my wife's favorite color. Okay. I'm gonna have some weird stuff going on here with the hand. I'm definitely gonna have to pull some reference for that particular hand pose. So, and that was a pencil, not a brush. Okay. She got like the Squidward tentacles, the Squidward tentacles nose right now. It's supposed to be a little more petite than that. Lasagna, how you doing? And why do you say that? Oh, really? Another animator? Who's the animator, if I might ask? Alright, Sayori. See you later. Orbitin. Has Orbitin done anything that, I might have seen before? See you later, Sayori. Thanks for coming. Let me look that up, because I don't actually know that. I'm looking up Hollow Live right now. I never heard of him. What's the channel called? Oh, Orbitin. Here we go. Orbitin. Orbitin. Oh shoot. I say go give them a watch. I might have to give them a watch, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe to that channel because I'm always down to like see what other animators are up to and see how other people tackle these problems. This all needs to go a little lower, like around there. Well, I appreciate that. There's a whole bunch of good content out there, so I'm glad you found someone else you want to watch as well. That is an ugly face drawing. I'm definitely gonna have to go back to this, but it's a good placeholder. Let me get her neck drawn in again. Sternocleidomastoid. Here's her Adam's apple. Yeah, contrary to common opinion, females do have Adam's apples. They're just not as pronounced as male Adam's apples. But they certainly do have them. Alright, so that's actually where her gluteus medius comes down to her tendon on her leg. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the rest of this down this way. Ugh. Alright, so that's where the gluteus medius comes down. There's her acis and her sartorius. Sartorius comes down to her crotch area. Gluteus medius, oblique. All right, see you, lasagna. So this is kind of what her hand's gonna do. It's not a very good drawing of a hand right now, but it somewhat gets the idea across. All right. Okay, so we have something wrong here, and I gotta figure that out. Yeah, go for it, please. See you later, man. Getting things more accurately placed. Let's see. So you guys can see how I'm having her do like a secondary action with her arm. She'll be saying a line here, and it's kind of like a, well, it's hard to explain. You have to hear it said. But I'm having her arm kind of like shoot up and then come down into this little loop and kind of like swing back around her like this. So then by the time we get here, most of her other arm is hidden. So it like shoots up, hits a major turning point, and then swings behind her. But at the same time, we have her other arm that's kind of swinging around itself. Let me try and draw it out. There we go. So it's kind of swinging around from the backside and kind of coming over like that. So then when we get to this last pose here, her hand is going to be more or less continuing its action and kind of like following a curve over here, but being slightly delayed, while the elbow begins its journey backwards to its final resting position. So let's see. The deltoid comes down like this. Now, the unfortunate thing about this particular drawing is I've got perspective and a heck of a lot of foreshortening. So it makes the whole drawing process just that much tougher. I struggle to even just draw one picture in perspective. Now, doing a whole animation in perspective, that sucks. But you can kind of see where it's going, I hope. Now, the acting part that I mentioned earlier, this is kind of why having the audio earlier helps me. So, let me go ahead and turn the music. Oh, shit, I just realized I haven't had the music playing this whole time. I am so sorry. Once I'm done here, I'll play the music again. But, let me show you what I'm doing. Let me turn this. You guys be able to hear it, right? I gotta turn it up a little bit.
It's okay if you want to stay down.
All right. So there are certain parts of her line delivery that would have her head and body making different motions. So when she gets to the old man part, I want to emphasize the M when she has her head raised, right? So I didn't really draw it in so well, but like here she'd be having like an M. Well, whatever, you get the idea. Like the noise, right? So when she makes that and then comes down here to the meh, meh, it's gonna reflect in her acting. Then she'll come up here to the N, man, man. So, having that audio helps a lot.
Down, old man. Stay down.
I gotta adjust the timing to get this over more closer to the M part, but I might be able to just kind of leave it where it is and stagger the movement and make it a slow in. We'll burn that bridge when we get there. I'm gonna have music just to have some background noise. I'll keep it somewhat though. Oh shoot. I appreciate that. My wife gives me plenty of those already. So I'll ask her for one when I pick her up today. So once we get to this point, we got a whole different acting set to worry about. Like she's gonna start like laughing and stuff, and that's gonna be like a whole other process. So for now, like I'm focusing exclusively on the walk cycle because that's probably the hardest part of this whole thing. All right. I appreciate that, Jim. I don't know, like I think I might think about it too much if I'm being honest, because there's a lot of animators who can just work a hell of a lot faster than me, and they produce good work. So I think I might be moving too slow and thinking about it too much, but I appreciate it anyway. When we get to this point right here, she's gonna have more of that sideways smirk. And maybe a little more exaggeration on her eyebrows. Maybe just a little bit more of a lower eyebrow raise there. And obviously, you know, when we get to the last part, like her hair and all that stuff's gonna be done last and all that jazz. I'm not doing any, I'm not doing breast physics this time. Hey Punchy, I've been animating at this point for like 10 years. I animate fast enough, it's just for a job like this, it requires a hell of a lot more thought. But luckily, once we get to the once we get past this part here, the rest of it should be pretty simple. But yeah, we're not doing anything like breast physics this time. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore that. So we're gonna keep her chest kind of more or less hugging her body closer. There might be a little bit of it, but it's not gonna be something where you'll notice it. Not really. I know I said that last time, but I'm pretty serious this time. So I'm gonna serratus, yada yada yada. Oh god, this one. Yeah, I just don't want to do them this time. It's been a consistent thing every time where like I look at it and I kind of regret doing it, at least in that capacity. it's not one of those things where it really needed to be done. So unless there's like a scene where like it calls for it for some reason, I can't really think of a scene where it would call for it. But then I'll put stuff like that in there. But this time I'm gonna go ahead and ignore that. Yeah. I think I just might have lost half my fan base by saying that. Well, thanks for sticking around, bud. No wonder that was messed up. Well, won't you feel silly when I change my mind later? I'm gonna have a lot of work to do on her face. That was a very inappropriate sentence. My bad. Okay, actually, what's going on, Declan? I knew something was messed up. Here, let me raise this arm. So it's we're right now we're just I'm still animating the kind of like rough part of this because I don't want to have to do like 3 passes on this thing. I'm trying to stick to only 2, and so I'm trying to like tie down the I'm trying to tie down the first pass a little tighter than I usually do it. It might save me some time. Yeah, I still ain't seen Invincible season 2 yet. I still gotta give that a watch. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I would like to smoke a bit. I'll keep this on a loop, but as per usual, I'll be back in about like 15 minutes. I got somewhere to be at 3:30 today, so I want to get as much work as I can before that. What the hell? Was I missing something? Okay, never mind. All right, cool. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I'm gonna just take a quick break. Mursh. In my personal opinion, that would be legs. Legs are pretty hard to draw. And the reason for that is the knees and the feet. Those are very, very hard to do right.
I noticed the lights were on and I thought you might be home. I wasn't sure.
Okay, I am back. So, Tiger, hello. Yeah, I already typed in my response to the changed animation. It hasn't changed a whole lot, it's just got more opportunities for expression. Once I got the voice work, then I was able to more imagine how she would deliver these lines. I want to actually change the perspective. Oh, right. The apartment hunt goes okay, I suppose. That's one of those. I wasn't necessarily planning on it, I just kind of felt like it. I honestly was kind of thinking against it. But I figured, what's the harm? You guys would watch me struggle drawing this, and I figure if you watch me struggle a little bit, it might be hopefully some form of encouragement. Because honestly, like, this stuff, it just well, sometimes it takes a little bit to get it off the ground. It's not something I can do anyway, where I can just kind of like, think of it and then immediately get it up there like no problem. It's oftentimes quite a lot of push and pull. So okay. So let's see. That would be where her ulna makes contact with the wrist. And so when we get here, her hand is going to be larger because of the foreshortening. So here's where her thumb would come out. There's all the wrist, yada yada yada. Here's the thumb. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to. I gotta bring her. I'm gonna need to go back and draw those hands in a little tighter, but for now it'll do the trick. Alright, so looking at this, her neck is actually in the wrong spot. It should be like around there. There we go. So let me go ahead and get some guidelines in there for showing the perspective. It's like I'll make this like a hot pink. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. I don't really know how to say it either. I just kind of say sexy. So yeah, that's what I thought it sounded like. Sexy. I'm sorry. So we have quite a lot of this sucks. Let's so neutral. Alright, so then we get a lot of it here. So it's actually a good indicator for where her sleeve's gonna end too. So next I'm gonna do her. I'll do her other arm next. You know what? I'm gonna do it facing the other way. All right. A little bit that. So we've got a lot of it going on here. So it should be kind of like that. Maybe a little bit of a curve. And then here it's totally straight. I second the tired thing. I'm pretty tired today. Alright. I'm gonna do her wrist. It'll be a good way to indicate where her glove will come in. Sliding going on here. So let me try and figure it out. Let's see. And that's not bad actually. I could look at that. Alright. Let me go ahead and do the top of her leotard where it meets her neck and jaw. I'm actually going to do this in a different brush. Let's see. Here, do this again. Actually, no, smaller brush. Thank you, Seg. It's a slow process. But that's the price we pay for drawing. So let me go in ahead and erase the parts that intersect with her. Intersect with her chin. pants, riding over her deltoid and pectoralis major, coming down over the side. This one's gonna be a bit straighter. Let's see. Let me go ahead and do the other side as well. So it's kind of riding over her shoulder in this case, and since the breast tissue hangs out from the muscle a little bit, it's gonna kind of ride behind it. Over here, it probably won't even be visible. We get a lot of it here, it rides down around the pec. And here we don't even see it. So out. So if we're like this, there isn't really even any foreshortening happening because of the length of her arm. So honestly, her sleep would be kind of riding like this. And all of that is actually not right. So now here we start to get some of that. Should have more of it here, so this actually needs to be a lot bigger. There we go. Get more of a sense of her body now. Not like a huge sense, but helps a little. Okay. So here's what I want to do. Let me label the rest of them. I gotta be labeled. This will be like our last key that we're gonna work on. At least for today. That's just plain old not right. Let's see. to be. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna use the perspective tool. I'm gonna add some foreshortening to this thing. Yeah, come way out like this. Now, we have to make some adjustments. That's kind of what we were looking for. Let's see. Gotta include some shit. Gotta include some separation here. Yeah. So now it's looking more like. So here's the start, so it should be like this. There we go. That's better. Outer hoeing. Hope that's a good, my god. Oh, alright. So, let's see. Yeah, that's kind of working. Let's hear how it goes with sound.
It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. It's okay if you want to stay down. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin. It's okay if you want to stay down, old man. I won't tell my cousin.
How do you do change PF? I appreciate that. It doesn't feel like fire a lot of the time. I'm just glad it functions. I appreciate that. All right. I'm probably let me turn this. I'm probably going to wrap it up in the next 20 minutes because I have to go to the doctor, have a doctor's appointment. But what I'm probably gonna need to start doing is mapping out the timing a little clearer. Yeah, loving oneself isn't a trait very many artist types tend to have. Oh, shoot, that's the wrong way. So that is going to need to come down. So I think what I want to do is look at it from the other side. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and play around with the timing of the audio just a little bit, and I will have more to show later. But I'm gonna be leaving in about 20 minutes, so yeah, I'm gonna need to go. I appreciate you guys coming in today. I'm glad it's kind of shaping into something. These things sometimes take a little bit to kind of take shape and really take off. I'm kind of still in the construction phase, but I'm glad it's forming into something. Okay, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good day. I appreciate you swinging in, and I'll have more for you soon. Bye.